Leo or Leo cross watcher, you guys can also reverse this. I have a very clear message for you guys. This is the third time. Third time's a charm. It's the third time I tried to record your message, but seriously, there's so much going on for you guys. Whoever was drawn to click on this video, there is a lot going on for you, or will be in the near future. You have something major about to happen. It's very positive for you guys. I would say consider yourself free if you clicked on this video. You are very free. Probably the most free you've ever been, or you're about to be. And by that, I'm going to start the message with the vision I just got in the last video I did for you. The one I haven't posted. I did 3. This is the third attempt, I would say. But I kept getting so much information for you guys. And I'm like, look, so I had to ground myself and be like, can you just give it to me all at once? And then give me a way to tell the collective that's easier. Okay? And so here's what I'm getting. I got a vision of you guys in a mall, okay? This looks like it was years and years and years ago. Now, I don't know if I'm actually tapping into somebody's memory here from you being in the mall with family or friends or something, but I see the Leo collective, cross-watcher, whoever, in a mall. It seems like years ago, though, because the decorations, the way that it looks older to me, like maybe in the 80s, 70s, 80s. But they have an escalator. Isn't that what it's called? Escalator? Escalator. Yeah. So you're on this escalator, right? Do they even have escalators anymore? Well, they do spiritually, I'll tell you that. And that's where we're going with this. But so you're on this escalator and you're about 4 or 5 steps up from the rest of the people who came to the mall with you. Now, this could be family, friends, whoever. There's like a couple more, 3 to 4 people who came to the mall with you. They get on this escalator, and you remember how escalators used to be? Like sometimes you could get caught on those things, like your pants leg, if it was too low to the ground, or your pants like had bell bottoms or something, they would get caught into the escalator. I mean, you could get hurt. There's been people who've been seriously injured on escalators, okay, with their hair even, if they were like down on the ground or something. Escalators can fuck you up, you know? So anyway, the escalator's going up and going up. And what's interesting is, in my vision, the people who came to the mall with you, they weren't going to get on this escalator with you at first. In fact, they went to get on the elevator and you said, no, I'm taking the escalator. Something called you to take the escalator. Like, this is the way that I'm going. I'm being called to go this way. And so you were kind of like the leader of the pack, okay? Of course, leader of the pack, Leo, cross-watcher. So you get on the escalator and you kind of set a trend. It's like people wanted to get on this escalator with you. So the people who came with you, again, they come behind you, but you're already on it, you know, because you've set the kind of standard, you set the way, you paved the path, paved the way. You're on it, they get on it. And of course, because you got on it first, you get off first. So you finally reach the top, okay? You're reaching the top and somebody's up there, but I can't really see who this is. I can't really... It's unclear who this person is. All I know is that they're there to receive you, okay? When you come up to them, they're there to receive you. It's almost like they're almost reaching out for you, but I don't see them actually reaching out, but their energy is reaching out to you. And so you get to the top and you get off with an ease. And the people who are now on the escalator with you, who came with you, they're actually trying to run up the escalator to catch up with you because they don't want to miss you. They don't want to run like you to get away from them. There's a little bit of fear setting in these people that they're going to get separated from you in some way, or kind of wanting to like, take me with you. Take me with you. I want to go with you. So they start kind of running to catch up to you. Now, they're not super far behind you, but they're far enough that they can't see you at all anymore. They're not... Y'all are disconnected completely. But when they reach the top of the escalator, I don't see you anymore. I don't see the energy that was there to receive you. I don't see anything. They get caught on that last step, just like I told you, all of them. They're not allowed to go where you're going. This is why they should have listened to their instinct and took the elevator. It would have led them somewhere else, to a different area. They were not meant to go on the escalator with you. And I'm pretty sure your last video, actually, that I did post, we talked about tunnels, did we not? Some of y'all are going through, I'm talking major spiritual awakenings, like my Leo collective or whoever clicks on this video. I'm talking big. Wow, I just realized that y'all been having some big ones, actually. So that's where my vision ends, and I heard the sky's the limit, and then I heard the name Skylar. Now that doesn't have to be for everybody, but something to do with the sky. The sky's the limit. So if you guys are in a relationship, some of you, any of you watching this video, you may feel in the near future that you're going to be a little bit more disconnected from who you're with, only because you may feel like you're on different pages. Like you're not, you don't really get them anymore. They don't really get you. You don't, you know, it doesn't mean you don't love each other, but it's like, I can't, like, understand you and you can't understand me. Like you don't speak each other's languages almost, even if you do. Like you don't resonate with one another. You may feel very detached and removed from someone that you're with. If you're single, same thing. I do sense that you have a lot of options. You just like the person in a relationship who's on that escalator trying to catch up to their partner who's ascending, but they're just not meant to be where they're at. So it's like the idea of people growing apart. It's not really people growing apart. It's just somebody's ascending and the other person is not. You can't force them. You can't make someone see. You can't force someone to know what you know. That's the sad truth about it. It's like this left behind type energy. It's the same idea if you're single. I see a lot of people after you. I see new people, old people trying to return. I see people starting to, they're waking up to a degree, like your energy waking up and your energy becoming lighter, literally, and lighter. Like your aura is even lighter. It's causing a shift and a movement and like a quaking in other people, and they're straight, yep, I'm itching. Confirmation. Birds. That's confirmation. I'm getting the message right. It's causing them to wake up, but that doesn't mean they're where you're at right now. And so while you may find yourself getting interested in a few people here and there, nothing is going to stick because you're being called forward somewhere else. Something is calling you somewhere else. It could even be another person. Like I said, there could be someone, one person. So there could be a sense of love here, but it would be a completely, entirely new energetic type love. Doesn't mean you don't know this person, but whatever it is, the two of you would not be necessarily, you'd almost have to leave everything behind that y'all knew before. It would be like, it reminds me of a Taurus message I just had about starting over, like, let's start from the very beginning, a very good place to start, you know. I'm not going to repeat that. If you want to see it, you should watch the Taurus message. Let me put that in. Watch Taurus. Maybe the whole message won't resonate, but some of it, the part of like starting over. So I don't know if you know this person. If there is an individual that's awakening with you, they may even already be where you're going. Like you're awakening to a certain level. I think the person, if there is someone, some of you, if this turns into a love story, the person you join with in the near future is going to already be where you're coming, where you're going. They're already ascended to that level. They're going to be receiving you. And that person doesn't mean that they're new. You could already know them. I don't know. For a lot of you, I don't think so. I think for the most part, though, this isn't about love and all that. No, this is about you getting to this level because you've been really focused on self-love. And even for those of you who didn't mean for this, like to even awaken to the level that you're awakening to now, it's like, but it was meant for you. So you've almost like stumbled into your purpose. Some of you. Oh boy, don't I relate to that. I feel like I've done stumbled into my purpose. Like had I not went through everything that I went through, I wouldn't be who I am today. I can't even imagine how I'm going to be in 5 years, 10 years. You know what I mean? But had I not stumbled through life entirely, like where would I be? You know, I wouldn't even know what to do. No, I would just be still programmed and living like a robot. You know what I mean? Like I wouldn't, I'm glad I stumbled. I'm glad I fell. I'm glad I failed. I'm glad I crashed and burned. I'm glad that every single thing fucking happened to me. And that's kind of what I'm getting for you guys here. It's like this, whatever's happened on your path, on your journey in this life, it's taught you to choose your own path, your own way, no matter what. When everybody wanted to take the elevator, you said, okay, well, I'm going to take the escalator. Y'all can come if you want, but this is the way that I'm called to go. Not because you just want to be different, but because you're called, because you feel called. Whatever you're doing is because you feel called. Okay, I'm telling you right now, people are going to start falling away from you. Even the ones who are hanging on for dear life, because I feel like these are people who are going to go kicking and screaming, or they're not going to want to let you go. Even if you're like very much alone and you don't really talk to anybody. I'm talking family too. Like people that will have to be, or you'll be placed somewhere else. Like there will be a period of separation, even if it's just emotionally, mentally, that you're going to need to take from somebody or several people, because you're on a different, your energy is very different. And it's almost like when you have that newborn baby, because you're being reborn and you have to protect this infant, like you have to protect the baby from just any old everything touching it and being around it and coughing in the baby's face, and the baby's skin's so sensitive. It's like having a soft spot. You have a soft spot. Oh, that's wow, I never thought about that. When you think about it, like a baby having a soft spot right where their crown chakra is. Your soft spot. You may even benefit from, like during this awakening process, you may even benefit from like massaging the very top of your head. Something's telling me to tell you that. Massaging the very top of your head. Daily. Just right here, going in little circular motion. Something you would definitely not do when you're a newborn. It's like really weird. I've never fucking done this. What the hell? It's like I feel my whole scalp moving. It's like I'm hearing activation process. Okay, like just rubbing the top of your head, not too hard. You know, just that soft spot, and kind of, I guess whatever comes to you, because you know what's coming to me right now? Why did I ever ruin my skin? I mean, I guess it's not ruined, you know, again, stumble and fall and learn a lesson. But because I'm sitting here, my arm is itching, and I'm thinking, I would have probably never gotten tattoos, like, or if I did, I would start all over. Like, some of the tattoos I would have gotten, but I would have made them a different font, and I would have probably used a different type of ink. I would have done it like a more natural way of getting a tattoo, you know? Like, I just would have done things differently. Some of you could have a tattoo on the left arm. But, I would protect her. I would protect me. Oh, who else got something similar to that? Was it Cancer or Aries? Like, I would just do things very, very differently than I've done. I would nurture me, you know? And, so anyway, you're going through these activations. You're going through these tunnels. Like in your last video, you're having all these huge awarenesses about things that you just didn't see before. And people are going, again, to start to fall away. And they're going to be looking for you. They're going to be energetically looking for you to connect to them, to understand them, to like, are you still there? Are you, because maybe even some of them are innocently doing it because they miss you, but they miss the you that they got used to. But that's not who you are in your core. It's never really who you are. It's just who you thought you were and who they thought you were. It's an identity that you got comfortable with being, and an identity that they got comfortable with knowing. But it doesn't mean that that's who you were all along. What you are now is like the true self, right? You're coming into this true self, your true form, and you're being received on the other side because they've been waiting for you. Oh, this is fucking powerful. What's going on with my throat? My throat's not sore or nothing, but does it sound like that? Is it translating weird on the video? It's like your voice may even change. Like, I feel like your voice is going to change. I don't know if I've ever gotten that, where somebody's whole entire voice changes. hold on. There's got to be something in that because it's like really, it's standing out to me right now. It's really standing out to me that something's going on with my voice. Can your voice change during spiritual awakening? Voice changes as I evolve on my path to enlightenment. Somebody wrote this. It's a blog. Guest post by Zelda could be significant here. Oh, this is too much to read. Vocals change as I have evolved on my personal path. Oh God, wait, I did have a dream and I forgot to tell you guys about it. But I wrote it on the device I'm recording on, so I wonder if I should stop this. Should I? I'm probably gonna have to do that because I know it's for Leo. I know that it is.
Voice fluctuation is actually normal when you're trying to shift into a higher timeline or different energies.
If your voice changes, that could be a sign in the near future because mine is like doing something weird during your message, okay? I'm gonna pause this video here because I'm being reminded. This is actually really important. I did have a dream. I had specific things that came through for Leo yesterday, and I totally forgot to write them down before I started this video because I was like, I'm going to talk about these things. It has to do with Leo's message. But then I ended up getting a vision. And so anyway, here we go. I'm going to pause it, and I'm going to look at my notes, and then we'll get back on here and do like we'll do an extension. How about that? Fuck it. Hold on. All right. Should I start a timer again for the second part? Nah, we don't need it. So yeah, anyway, I was looking at my notes and what I wrote down was my dream last night, and I had a dream. So I got a vision for you and a dream. There's too much going on, guys, and in a positive way. There's a lot going on for the collective of Leo or whoever's going to be drawn to click on this video. It's massive. Okay? In my dream last night, I was in a swimming pool with scuba gear on. That's it. I mean, it was a long dream, actually. It was a very good dream, but I was literally... There were other people in the pool, too, which was interesting, is I had the scuba gear on, and nobody else did. I don't know if I was at a resort. I don't know if I was at a public pool. I don't know if I was at a motel pool, a hotel pool, a Hilton Inn, if I was at a neighbor's pool or my own damn pool. I don't know. Was I in the lake? No, it was an actual pool. It was a pool. I specifically remember it was a pool, and it was an in-ground pool I was in. But anyway... I start putting on my wetsuit, and I have a bathing suit on underneath it, and then I just get in, and I'm like literally scuba diving in that bitch in a swimming pool with people looking at me like I'm crazy. It was almost like real, like it was really happening. So what could that mean? Well, let's find out. Let's tie in some of that. A pool spiritual symbolism. A pool represents a safe space to unwind, let go of stress, and find inner peace. Of course it does. Why didn't I even think of that? I didn't even have to look that up. I should have just put my mind to it, but I'm being lazy or something today, aren't I? But it makes me think of that. So we got to look up scuba gear, like what does that symbolize? But yeah, some of you may want to isolate yourself in the near future, especially when you go through a spiritual awakening. You know, we call it hermit mode, but you may want to do that because you need it. You may need, because you're too sensitive to other people's energies during, it's just like a newborn baby. You know, you may need more quiet time. You may not be able to listen to certain music. Like whatever you may have listened to before, you may not be able to hear certain things you heard before. Listen to it. The frequencies will fuck with you. The energies will fuck with you. You start picking up on things that you didn't really see and pick up on before. People. You won't be around certain people. You won't be allowed to be around certain people because it'll fuck with you. It'll really make you uncomfortable. You'll get headaches. You'll start feeling ill, start feeling sick. You'll immediately take on whatever they are, and you'll be like, I can't. I absolutely can't. It's almost like a walking wound in a way, which is an awful way to put it, but in a way you're like a wound that's just been opened, and you're exposed to the elements almost. You're exposed to things that you really weren't seeing before. So you're much more sensitive to them. It's probably what the wetsuit's for, because you need it as protection. Maybe the wetsuit is symbolizing the divine, God, the universe, whoever you believe in, protecting you, coating you while you're in navigating, right? Scuba diving is a way of navigating. While you're navigating, moving through emotional situations, while you're navigating, moving through this awakening, this enlightenment, while you're navigating, dealing with other people's energies. Let's look up a wetsuit. Wetsuit, spiritual meaning, security, incubated. I said baby, didn't I? I said like a baby. And then I said soft spot, incubation, safe from getting hurt. A close-fitted suit made of materials such as sponge or rubber that is worn as by a skin diver. A skin diver? I've never heard it like that. Especially in cold water to retain body heat that traps a thin layer of water against the body. It's to insulate you and help retain body heat. Helps you to avoid dangerously low body temperature. My ear is ringing. Something major's going on with Leos, guys, or whoever's watching this video. The wetsuits are made of a kind of rubber called neoprene. Neo. When I think of Neo, I think of the Matrix. And that's a whole fucking movie about awakening. So, oh wow. So I'm gonna do my National Geographic also too. But yeah, so I would say protect your energy as much as you can during this time, but honestly, I don't think you're going to need to as much because you already are. You're already protected. You're protected right now. You don't need to spend all your money and put yourself in debt to go buy all these things and read up everything on Google. And I mean, it wouldn't hurt if you want to, but you don't have to if you don't have the money for these things, or if you know what I'm saying. You can read all the books you want in the end of the day, but you may have something to offer that hasn't been written yet, that hasn't already been posted and put out there yet. You may have some sort of enlightenment that comes to you that hasn't already been said. So you can lean on things, you can do things and bring things towards you to protect yourself, but you're already protected. You're very much protected. You may go through some things that cause you to get a little emotional because there are so many changes, because there will be goodbyes. There will be moments where it feels painful and almost like lonely because you feel that the majority of those around you who you once resonated with, they don't get you at all anymore. They don't get you. It could even be really painful too because the people that you most closest love and that you hold the closest to you, you care about the most, you can't take them with you where you're going. And I don't mean physically, but mentally. You realizing that you're on two different planes, that's gonna be really hard. You know what I mean? But it's like there's a lot coming. There's a lot of purging that's going to come for you in the near future. A lot of emotional purging. But you already are protected. You have a really big purpose here watching this video. And you're about to find out what it is. I am so dry. Seriously, I need water. Drink a lot of water. If you're called to drink a lot of water. I've been called to drink a lot of water recently. Like a lot. I don't know if it's just because I've been doing more shit outside, but I've been like craving water and craving a lot of... You may even be called to change your diet. Like your diet may be changing in the near future. Like maybe you're called to like not eat certain foods anymore. And you don't know where it's coming from. You're like, why am I not wanting to eat certain foods? I would just listen to it. Maybe you won't get the answer right away why you're called, but something's telling you to start kind of purging the body a little bit and only eating certain foods. Whatever your body is telling you you need, you're not going to find that on Google. You're not going to find that from me even. You're going to find that from your own instinct. It's whatever is for you. It's like your own personal... It's like you have some sort of spirit guide. Maybe this is the one on the top, second floor. That's receiving you off this escalator, somebody's there. It could be an actual person though, but maybe they're kind of your like fitness instructor or something, but like a spiritual fitness instructor where they're kind of helping you, guide you. It's like guiding you. You are being guided. You're being protected and you're being guided. But you're also a guide yourself. I mean, you should have seen that when you got on the escalator. What'd they do? They could have easily stayed on that fucking that elevator that they were wanting to get on, and they came to get on your escalator. You're already a guide. You're already a leader in your own right. This is amazing. It's amazing, but it's going to be hard. I feel like it's going to be really hard, you know? Been there. I get it. Especially if you're in a relationship, it's going to be really hard because some of you may end up leaving people because you don't even know who you're with anymore, because you're realizing like who got with that person isn't who you really are, isn't who you thought you were, isn't who you are. And so whoever got with this individual or whoever married this person or whatever your status is isn't what you are in your core. And when you realize that, it may be like very difficult, of course, because then you have to let people down, you got to hurt people, but they don't get it. Like they won't understand, even if they're trying to. In my vision, they never catch up to you on the escalator. They're not meant to, you know what I mean? It's like there's sometimes you meet people and you're meant to let go. You've already reached the end of that lesson. But I feel like some people are going to be holding on reluctantly. I don't feel like you're going to be the one holding on reluctantly. I think you're willing to let go and adapt and change and adapt to change. But I think others are not going to be as willing to let you go. Could even have people trying to like run back into your life, like literally come back into your life because they see you ascending, they see you growing, they can feel that shit. I mean, it's like, it's vibrating. Even if you're not in communication with these people, they can feel it. Because you're connected spiritually, but that doesn't mean that you have to be connected again in the physical. But now they're going to be interested. Now they don't want you to go anywhere. And so you're also, some of you are going to have that on your hands. Yeah. But you're equipped. So know that. You're equipped in everything that you need to handle what it is where you're going. It's like literally, we've talked about this before, but it's just like being on a video game. You know, you like God of War. Yeah, God of War. That's what it is. Like war here every day, you know, on this planet. It's like war. It's like hell. And you've got to learn all these lessons and ascend to all these different levels until you reach the end and you fight the big monster, like, or some shit, you know? So you're on like a different level now, but you've already gathered all these different tools and stuff to kind of craft your weapons and stuff, but it's spiritually. That's what it reminds me of, again, is this like video game. Whoever I'm connected to in this message, just sum up the whole thing if it's not making sense, because sometimes it just doesn't, you know? I think it's going to make sense to the person who's meant to hear it. And we could talk about love, and we could talk about romance, and we could talk about, but none of what you've ever focused on is going to matter where you're going. You'll have a whole new thing to talk about there. Whoever's meant to see this video, you won't feel disappointed that you didn't get a love message. Because the way that you see love to be now is very different than the love you've been experiencing before. It's like two completely different things. What you know love to be now is like a different planet compared to what you've been believing love is thus far. So if we're meant to get a bonus on love, and for a different collective of Leos or cross watchers who's on a different step of the escalator, then that's fine. And this isn't to say anybody's better than anybody because they're on a different step of the escalator and they're ascending. No, this is just, I'm picking up on those people in this message. You have, I'm excited for you. I'm very, very excited for you. It's nice to see it. Reach out to me. let me know in the comments if you're going through this, if this is resonating. And if you're not right this second, let me know when it starts happening. You're going to be getting these dreams. You're going to be getting these dreams too. You're going to be having all these signs and things come through, and things are going to start really standing out, but the sky's the limit. You're ascending. It's like you're on a completely different timeline. It's like you're definitely shifting and switching timelines. You're hopping timelines. But okay, I love you guys so much. Thank you for being here with me, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.